This video is made for adult collectors because this toy is older than me, but not specifically this version. Wait. Okay. Ah. God damn it. I think in the Metroplex video, I said I wanted a G1 Magnus at some point. Well, guess what? TFCon Toronto, I see this in box for $100. $100 for a complete G1 Magnus, the 2002 reissue, in pretty good nick with the box and everything. Hell yeah, bro. This is G1 Ultra Magnus, and man, it is so nice to have this now. I need to think of a new G1 Grail now that I have the ones I wanted. Maybe Predaking. Starting in truck mode, because that's probably the best place to start. But yeah, Magnus, and all these bits have pretty much nowhere to go, but it's G1, it's fine. I do leave the chest piece on though, because it makes things a little easier. This truck though is pretty iconic, and man, it looks cool, especially next to the 86 one. I didn't realize that they were the exact same size. I thought they were close. I didn't realize they were like nearly identical. It holds cars, well, it should, it's a car carrier, but like it holds modern cars, which is awesome. But the main thing for me on this is the G1 Optimus Prime at the front. I've always wanted a complete version of this mold. I had an incomplete G2 Prime for ages, and then I sold it. Then I got Missing Link, and it really made me want the G1 mold. And this is good enough for me. It's white and slightly paint chipped, but hey, it's old and used and made of die-cast, so the paint's not gonna stick that well, so I don't care. It feels good in the hand too, nice and dense and weighty, though for safety reasons the smokestacks are kind of small, but hey, I'd rather have my eyes than longer smokestacks. The rubber tires are nice and none of them have cracked, so that's good, and most of the chrome is still intact too, which looks great. It's just G1 Optimus Prime. You've all seen this 1,000 times. Even modern toys do this. But, you know, people store the fists in there. That's like a common thing. I'm doing that too. Obviously, Missing Link. You don't have to. But anyways, you take the arms, you bring them out. It sounds really creaky because it's old. Flip the head up. Oh, also he can do this. I figured because it's me, I should mention that he can do this. Anyways, get the arms out, bring the legs down, fold up the feet, pull this up, and then we're gonna put the fists in, which for some reason there was a booth at TFCon charging like $20 a fist. That's kind of dumb. And then put the gun in his hand, and yeah, that's literally it. It's if it ain't broke, it's a good transformation. It is just a good, solid transformation, and it still works to this day. A lot of modern toys still use it. Like, friggin' Earthrise Optimus borrows a lot of, like, tropes from this. You got Reactivate Optimus borrows some tropes for this. Cyberverse Optimus, like, it's just, yeah. It's traditional Prime. Now that's G1 Optimus Prime, but in white, and it looks kind of funky, but I love it. The blue mouth plate always makes me laugh because it doesn't fit with the rest of the robot and looks stupid, but it's stupid good. And like, other than that, it's just G1 Optimus Prime, and having this with Missing Link is so cool. Being able to see the side-by-side changes, that's awesome. Oh, the articulation. Let's move the good one, the good articulated one out of the way. Anyways, this is... That's like it. You can move the shoulders, they can go back and forwards. You have your bicep rotation and a wrist rotation, and he can look up. You can do this. That is there. It's not usable. I know a lot of people like to tell me, "Oh, G1 Prime had hips and knees. He's articulated." Sure. What am I gonna do with that? You can't do anything with it. You could maybe do this. If you can get him to like balance, there you go. But that looks stupid. Like all he can really do is move his shoulders, his biceps, his elbows, and his wrists. But for a G1 toy, that's completely and totally fine because that's exactly what all of them were like back then, and I love that. He's a solid brick that I can flick back and forth. I dig it. If I want an articulated one, I will get this or the new deluxe that's coming out. God, I can't wait for that new deluxe. But let's make it actual Magnus, shall we? Now let's turn this and this into this. So to start with, we're going to get him mostly back into truck mode. So we're going to take the fists off, leave the head flipped up, and you're going to bring this section in, fold these in, and then what I like to do, is just because it makes storing things easier, is chuck the hands in there, fold the feet down, and that's him ready to go. Now the trailer. So to start with, you got to pull the trailer hitch off. Parts forming, it's a G1 toy. That's going to happen. And then the trailer hitch is going to go here. Then there's also the other one that it comes with for reasons. Then you take the arms, you're going to push them up, rotate them out of the way, fold these sections in, and then very loudly fold that away. Take this, split it, and fold it around. Shove this up, bring this down, don't unpeg the chest. That's the armor pretty much ready. Now we take the fists and plug the fists in, and there they go. Then you want to take Ultra Magnus here, and there are two pegs that go into his hand holes, but this Magnus also has this little like nub that's gonna slide into here. So you take the whole thing, you line it up, squish it into place, and take his hat. You put his hat on, and then the missile launchers, which one of them doesn't like to fit properly. It's this one. It doesn't stay, but it stays in that way. So we're gonna go this way, and that's Ultra Magnus. That's him done. Not very difficult, not very hard, and he can do this. He can do the Stranger Things thing of moving by himself. But no, that's really nice to flick back and forth while being this big. I love it. Bro is big. Like, big. He looks so doofy. I love it. The blue and the bright candy red is very lush to look at. The white is also like near pristine, so it looks super clean. He is just a literal brick. Like, he does nothing, but more on that later. I love the head sculpt because it looks like an old man that just woke up from his nap. At TFCon, my buddies and I were discussing how you would get a missing link Magnus, and yeah, that's gonna be difficult. I'd love to see people's solutions. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, it would be difficult to do a missing link Magnus because shoving the Prime in the back and then you have those just brick legs with other legs behind it, it's going to be kind of hard. He can hold his gun, but the missile launchers, they don't like to sit in place on mine, so I just leave them off till I get around to actually making them fit. And the missiles are so damn long, and one of the launchers doesn't actually hold the missiles. It clips into one and fires. It doesn't clip into the other one, though. It's very strange. I don't get it. But the missiles then just stay in the box. He comes with a second crotch piece also for some reason. I'm not sure why, but hey, spares are always good. So the articulation of this is honestly no different from the articulation of Mini-Me inside of him. So the head does nothing. The shoulders, they ratchet, they rotate. You have bicep rotation. Oops, ratcheted elbows, and then a wrist swivel if you can access it in all this stuff. But the legs are literally, they are a solid piece. They don't do anything. Maybe you can like move the foot, I guess, down, but that's the entire leg being moved, and yeah, all he can move is his arms. But again, he's a G1 toy. That's better than this GoBot who can only do this. So yeah, he's not bad. You can get some like, oh no, we're gonna die now poses, I guess, and then he gets blown up in the movie. But yeah, he can't really do much. Those ratchets feel so nice though. So yeah, he's an immobile brick, but that's what a G1 toy is. It's super cool, and I'm so glad to have it, and I definitely recommend it if you can get it for like 100 or less like I did. It's fun, solid, chunky, and just a good time. And then there's the Diaclone Deco that's even rarer to find, but looks cooler than this in my opinion. But no, having a G1 Ultra Magnus, like the plastic feels good, it's weighty, it stands, it has a presence, it stands at the back of my G1 shelf because it's taller than most other figures. It looks cool, it's fun to play with. It sat on my desk ever since TFCon, it didn't leave. Like, it is so much fun. But that's my look at G1 Ultra Magnus. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.